Well, welcome back everyone. This is your host, ID Jester. Welcome back all my ASL friends out there. We are on video 21 for our ultimate video series on the rules to play ASL. This is your host, ID Jester. And in this episode, we're just going to step back for a minute and hopefully create a shorter video here on just talking about where we stand in the process, my thoughts and feelings on things, and kind of give you an overview of where we stand on everything. This is video number 21, as you can see. We have 20 other videos already created on the ASL system. Some of the things we've already covered: personnel counters, the map board, sequence of play, infantry movement, morale, unit substitutions, and of course we are in the process of creating our videos on our fire attacks. And let's just start with this and say this has been a most massive undertaking I can even not imagine. When I got back into doing videos, I was thinking that I would create these videos and, in a couple months we'd be accomplished everything we need to accomplish. We'd have a great series that people could watch and learn. And now I'm sitting back thinking it's already been 2 weeks. We have 20 videos out there and we have barely scratched the surface of what we need to do. Now, I knew this was going to be tough and it was going to be hard when you're trying to take a 3-inch rule book and you're trying to put all of those words into, explain all those words and show examples and show visually how they affect how you should play ASL and the rules behind ASL and your thought processes you should go through. And now that I look back and we've been through 20 different videos, it seems like we have barely scratched the surface on everything. Now I've got a lot of great replies from you folks out there. Some people have asked me, and I'll just tell you right now, some people have asked me if I'm getting paid for this. Is there any kind of kickback? Is there any kind of feedback? Am I getting anything for this whole process that I am doing? And I will tell you absolutely no, I am not getting anything for this. This is just a guy sitting here going, hey, I'm going to create videos for ASL because, let's face it, there's people out there that need the videos for ASL. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from people out there that are looking just for videos to help them learn, to help them understand the rules, to help them relearn the rules, whatever their current situation is with ASL. And basically I'm not getting anything out of this. And the process that this takes to create these videos, even though they're only 15 or 20 minutes long, each video takes about 2 hours, 2 hours or ish to create, because you've got to get all that information in Microsoft Word, you have to highlight it, you have to bold it, you have to put the text in there and make it comprehensible. Then you have to set up different scenarios inside ASL, because I'm a big believer in not only just reading the black and white words, but understanding what these words mean. And I think the best way for players out there to understand is to give different situations and talk about these situations, so that if these situations arise or a similar situation, they can comprehend what their thought process should be in understanding the rules, as opposed to just understanding what the rule means or what the rule says. So create these situations in Vassal, and of course then I have to record the video, which I know most people find this hard to believe, but sometimes I might screw up and maybe the video goes too long. It might be 20 or 25 minutes that I go, I have to re-record the video. Sometimes I set up things in Vassal, and then when I'm recording the video, I realize, oh, that's not set up right. I can't use that as a good example, and I don't want to have that whole mess in the middle of a video, because when I start a video, I restart recording, and I just keep going to the end. It's all one take. There's no cuts. I don't have time to be cutting my videos and putting and meshing things together and all that. It's already a lengthy enough process. So of course then I've got to upload it into YouTube, which of course is a process in its own right. So yeah, each video, and even though they're 15, 20 minutes long, take about 2 hours, or around 2 hours, I would say on average, to create. And so, I've already got 40 some hours already invested in this video series, and hopefully my time and trouble has been worth it. But as I mentioned, I'm not getting anything out of this. So since I'm not really getting anything out of it, I have to um, think of this more as a side hobby for me that I can do out of the goodness of my heart to help people out there to help understand the rules for ASL. So I've taken some time off in between some episodes, and some people have, hey, where are your videos? Aren't you posting any more videos, and etc. So that's kind of the whole process of why I'm doing this video, is to kind of let you know I'm trying to prevent myself from getting burned out on this video series, because when you look at the big picture, we're talking about a huge, massive undertaking, and I don't know of a way that I can create a video series that's going to help ASL players out there understand the 3-inch rule book in 10 parts or 20 parts or whatever it is. I mean, that for me, that would just be a basic overview. If you spent maybe even 50 videos creating an overview of the advanced squad leader, you wouldn't even get in to talk about specifics or anything like that. And we're already at video 20, and you can see we have barely scratched the surface. So with this undertaking, sure, everybody out there on the internet would love to have a 500 video part series instantly created. Everybody, I would. I mean, if somebody did that, then I wouldn't need to spend my time and trouble doing it. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a lot of time, trouble, and effort out there from other sources that are going to create video series to help people. And so I've kind of taken up some of the reins on that. I mean, there's other people out there that are creating videos and trying to help out other people, and there's lots of chat rooms and forums and all that where people go in and answer questions, and a lot of great resources out there. But I'm not sure that there is a more in-depth or more comprehensive video series to help try and explain the massive rules of ASL. If this was a 12-page rule book, this would be really easy. We'd be done by now. But unfortunately for us, this isn't a 12-page manual. And of course, if it was a 12-page manual, you would need to have a video series. So I think there is a need for a video series that explains in depth with examples and everything, because I've had a lot of positive feedback out there, and it seems to be that there is some people watching the videos. I am not doing this for myself. There's nothing in it for me, so I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing this for basically you out there. If you're listening to my words, if you're watching my videos, I'm doing this not for me, it's for you, because the time, trouble, and effort that I go through is only to try to help you understand, and for you to comprehend and understand what the rules mean through my personal experience and thoughts and feelings on how to play ASL. So, since I'm doing this basically out of the kindness of my heart and trying to help others out there learn and understand, then I've kind of got to do it on my own terms. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to just spend every waking minute that I have creating videos on ASL, because, well, number one, I've got jobs, I've got family, I've got other interests, I've got other things going on. Anybody that does know me personally knows that I usually have 5 or 6 projects I'm working on at a time. And so nothing ever gets accomplished because I'm working on so many things. I am going to be continuing working on this, but unfortunately, I can't spend 5,000 hours creating this in 2 weeks. So it's just going to be, unfortunately for everyone, a long and lengthy process that we're going to need to go through before we will get to the conclusion of this. If I had more free time, if I had some other resources that allowed me more free time to create videos, then possibly I could speed the process up and be able to create a video series. When I started this video series back a couple weeks ago, I was thinking that this, was going to be pretty big and it was going to be quite a lengthy undertaking on what we're trying to accomplish here by using the building blocks where we introduce some rules, and then the next video we build on the rules we learned and we add a few more, and then we continue that process throughout the video series, and eventually we'll get from point A to point Z, and it'll take us a while, but eventually we'll get there. Unfortunately, I think we are gone from point A to point B. And so we've got a whole bunch more, obviously, to cover, and we'll get to do that, but unfortunately it won't be a 2-month process. It probably won't be a 4-month process. It probably won't even be a year process. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to take some time before we will get from A to Z and be able to complete this massive project that we undertook, trying to help everyone out there understand what this 3-inch rule book is trying to explain to you. But instead of understanding the black and white words, we're going to delve into and show you visually exactly what these words are trying to show you. I can't think of a process or an easier way to create a video series that would be able to accomplish people learning and playing ASL any easier or faster. Unfortunately, ASL is not uh, like I said, a 12-page rule book where you can just sit down, read the rules, and understand what's going on. If it was that way, you wouldn't need a 500-part video series. You would only need the rule book, and then you wouldn't need any videos. So, unfortunately, as complex and as many variations of all the different rules, it's going to take probably quite some time before we're able to accomplish what we're trying to accomplish, but hopefully with some persistence and some effort and some time, we'll get from point A to point Z, eventually, and hopefully you will be able to ride along the journey as we go. And hopefully, if I see people watching the videos and posting comments, then I know that people out there are enjoying this and are using this resource to help them. If I don't see people watching the videos and I don't hear people that are using this as a resource, then there is no need to create the resource. So again, I'm not doing this for myself, I'm doing this for you out there. So if you wish to continue seeing this and you wish to have a video series that you could sit back at any time and go, oh, I don't understand snipers again. How does that whole sniper bit work? And we might have a couple videos on, I know we'll have a couple videos on snipers. And so you can load them up and be able to watch them and refresh your memory on the specific sniper rules. Or maybe we're talking, have some more videos on concealment, or maybe morale or routing, whatever it happens to be that you need access to. You will hopefully have a video that you can sit back and watch and relate to and be able to understand the rules, and it would be a resource that would help you understand the process for ASL and the rules behind the process and what you can and can't do. So that's all I'm trying to accomplish, is trying to help people out there understand exactly what that 3-inch rule book is really trying to say. And when it's got 50,000 million words, how does that affect how you play the rules, how the rules play as you progress through a scenario, and understand the basic concepts behind the rules as opposed to understanding just the black and white rule. So hopefully you decided to stay up and watch this and are going to come along for the journey. Of course, as I mentioned, if you have any thoughts, comments, suggestions, please do leave them. I always love to hear from players out there that are watching this, and like I said, if I continue to see people watching the videos and I feel that there is a need, then I will continue producing said videos so that they are a resource for people out there. If I don't see people watching the videos and they're not using this as a resource, then there's no need for me to waste half of my life creating this video series when I could be spending it doing other things. So that's kind of just my whole thought process. And yeah, I kind of sound a little down on everything, but it's just the fact that when you look at the whole process, it's such a massive thing. It looks like we've just barely scratched the surface, and these 20 videos, it's all of a sudden looks like it's going to be, 500 videos before we're finished. But, someday, eventually, we might get to video number 537, and number 537, I say, you know what? Wow, 2 years ago we started this, and I never thought we were going to finish it, and now guess what? This is going to be the last video, and if that ever happens, we will open a big bottle of champagne and we will have a big celebration, because we will then have the ultimate video series that'll help anyone out there understand ASL. So that's kind of the goal. That's the process. That's the thoughts. My thoughts about the situation. If you have thoughts, if you have suggestions, anything you see that might help, or whatever that I can use to get us from point A to point Z, do let me know. And again, I do appreciate all the comments from people out there, people watching the videos. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Spend a few seconds and say, hey, whatever. Whatever you want to say. I don't really care. If you want to say the videos suck, you should stop. That's, I don't care. Just say whatever you want to say, just so I know. I'm just trying to understand what people are looking for out there, what kind of resource I can be of assistance. One of the other things, quickly, because I've already run past my time again, and I don't want to have to re-record this video, is I am thinking about maybe doing I own a Twitch account, and I have the software to do live streams. And I've done some live streams for some of the computer games. SimCity, when SimCity came out, I did a live stream on that. And a couple other video games that I had live streamed. And I'm thinking that possibly what I might do, if it's a resource that could help people out there. Again, I'm all about helping people, and I'm trying to create different resources that might be able to help people out there. I'm thinking about maybe doing a live stream every, I don't know, Tuesday night or every Thursday night or whatever I decide, some night, for like 2 hours every night. And we just have like an ASL live stream where people show up. We have different situations that maybe I create in Vassal, and we just talk about the different situations. talk about a couple of the rules, roll some dice and vassal to see what happens, and people can ask questions. People can make comments, hey, move this unit over here and see what happens, and try different things that way. If people would be interested in that, I need to know if you are, because uh, I think that would be a really good resource for people to have some live feed where they can interact, talk back and forth, have other ASL players in there, and basically get a glimpse of ASL in motion as opposed to a 15-minute segment where we talk about a specific rule. We can have like an overview of a situation, maybe progress through a scenario eventually. Probably not in the beginning, but maybe like a weekly or maybe bi-weekly video live stream where you can come join Twitch TV. If you don't have a Twitch account, it's a free account. If you have a Twitch account, then you can just sign up. My account, of course, is ID Jester. And if that would be something that you would be interested in, if I set that up, and I had some people that joined up and were interested, then that's something that I think could be another resource out there to help. And so that was another thought that I had, because I'm always trying to think of what else is there that I can do to help make people understand what's going on, and I understand that this video series, the Ultimate video series, unfortunately isn't going to be a 2-month process. It's not going to be a 4-month process. If I had 4 months of free time, maybe I could get it done. But I don't have 4 months of free time, so unfortunately this video process is going to take some time, and hopefully we'll eventually get from point A to point Z. And along the way, hopefully everyone will enjoy the ride. So if you have any thoughts or comments, suggestions, let me know, and we'll talk to you soon.